Today I'm gonna show you how to create this look, and I think I did a pretty good job matching. अभी कर ले, अभी कर ले, अभी भौंक ले तू. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Srishti and today I'm gonna show you how to create this makeup look, and I think I did a pretty good job matching the yellow with pink, and I really like it. I am happy it was a success. I'm sorry. It was a success, and I created this look using a blush palette. So if you're excited, let's get into the video. I hope you will enjoy the process. Let's do it. I will begin with the corrector. I have already prepped my skin with a moisturizer and a hydrating primer off camera 20 minutes before applying anything on it. And yeah, that's a tip. Always give a gap between your skincare and a base at least for 20 minutes. It will result in a smoother application of foundation, and everything will blend well because prep is the key to a good base. And yeah, let's catch up to the video. Here I am using concealer brush to blend the corrector, and I will link everything down the description box, like products to the brushes, so please do check it out. And yeah, also applying some around my nose because everyone has darkness over there, mostly Indian skin tones, like Indian people. And now I will just blend because blending is the key, and I'll take my sweet time over it. Then I will move on to the next product, that is my base. For base, I'm using Lakme 925 Primer Plus Matte Foundation. Oh, I have primed twice. Okay, it's fine. Double layer protection. So basically this is a matte foundation. By matte I mean solid matte. So my dry skin people, moisturization level pro max is required, because if you have dry skin or dry patches, then it will cling on to it. And for that matter, oily skin also have dry patches if you don't hydrate your skin, or if your hydration level is low. So moisturize well. And by the way, moisturization is must for all, but special announcement for dry skin population. Also, the foundation comes with a spatula, not with a pump, so it is slightly unhygienic. But here's what I do. Instead of touching my spatula, wiping the foundation on my hand, I just pour the foundation on the back of my hand, just like that I'm showing you all. And now I'm just using a slant foundation brush to blend it and take it to every corner of your face, near your ears, over your ears, hairline, on your neck as well, so that everything looks together or looks one, or in a similar tone, basically what I'm saying. For concealer, I'm using Swiss Beauty Liquid Concealer, and this is the most affordable concealer known in the market, which is of a good quality. It retails for 200 rupees. It gives medium to full coverage, but sadly it has only 6 shades, and I'm already a number 4, which is medium beige as displayed on the screen previously. I wish to see an extension from them, but that's it for now. But yeah, it blends really well and doesn't dry your skin out and doesn't look cakey under your eyes. It's a good concealer, trust me on that. Again, I'm using the same brush which I used to blend the peach corrector. Also, I've applied concealer where it is generally required for most people, that is inner corner and the outer corner, because when you give pop of color on an eyelid, the light bounces back and it can make your under eye look darker. That's why we apply slight amount of concealer. You don't need to apply big triangular markings, no access product No cakiness, no wastage. Don't let Instagram fool you. I mean, bro, that amount of product will make your eyes look cakey in real life. Period. I am using Miss Clay setting spray in dewy variant to set my base because the powder which I own as of now gives coverage and I don't want to add more coverage over my base. I am satisfied with what I have. And yes, I forgot to mention earlier that after moisturizer I applied setting spray and layered my primer after it. Also, I prefer using setting spray as an initial step rather than a final one, but to each their own. Now I'm applying Wet n Wild eye primer. You can also use a concealer. I have it, so I'm using it. I also applied moisturizer lightly over my eyelids because eye primer usually stops oil from coming up on the surface, as they destroys your eye makeup. We all know that because we use oil cleansing to remove our eye makeup, so that makes sense. So in return it can dry your skin out, and because this primer usually literally mattifies your eye surface, so yeah, I think it's good to prep your eyes. Generally people should apply eye creams or their respective facial moisturizer as a part of your skin prep before makeup, because concealers can be drying too for that matter. And yes, it's a blush palette, not an eyeshadow palette. I know it's look like that. So now I'm just taking the first shade, the hot pink one, on the blending brush. I don't remember the number, but it's from pack. I will insert it or mention it somewhere in the video. So there's only one point to remember while you're doing your transition, is that always place your transition color onto your crease, not above it or not below it, because while blending the color will move around the other parts of the lid and it will come into shape while you're blending it, right? And so now if you place your transition above your crease, right, then what will happen while you're blending it, it will go further up to you, up till your brow bone, or very near to your eyebrow, which looks weird, and the eye shape, the shape of your eyeshadow looks weird, incomplete, and you cannot do further any kind of blending to it. So that's why always apply your eyeshadow onto your crease. And now let's blend because till it looks seamless. Now I'm taking the brown color with my Vega flat eyeshadow brush and will place it on top of my crease where the pink ends, to create a gradient and to give a more seamless effect. The bristles of the brush is not tightly packed, being a flat shader brush, so there's a room to use it to do precise blending like I am doing right now. Now I'm using a clean blending brush. This is from Wet n Wild, to blend the transition and crease color together. Yes, blending is tedious. It's a tedious process, but the end result is worth it. So after the hell lot of blending, the intensity of color decreases. So to revive it, I'm gonna put the same color onto my eyelid slowly in a patting motion with a tightly packed flat eyeshadow brush, and I will do it slowly, doing small areas at once to prevent fallout, because I have done my base. So here's a little tip: always do your eyes before you do your base to prevent fallout and the hassle to clear it when you have applied your whole base onto your face. So yeah, chill out, enjoy the process. Let's move on. Now I'm taking a blending brush from Wet n Wild to blend the eyeshadow, because in the last step we have applied some eyeshadow to blend to increase the intensity. And yes, we are blending here again, and this is what eyeshadow takes, doing the same thing back and forth. Also, I've seen this trick by Parul Garg, a makeup artist, doing this on her clients, that she raises her clients' eyebrows to a bit to increase the surface area, which results in creating depth in your eyes and also for further blending or to smoothen out the corners. This is why I was telling you all to do your eyes before you do your base. I will never forget this from now on. Anyways, let's move on. I feel like doing some shimmer. I'm using this all shimmer eyeshadow palette, taking the first shade and dab it onto my lid with a sponge applicator. Yes, I like them, and I will cover my whole lid completely with this. Slowly dab it, build the pigment, and I will use another color onto it. So just see, and I'm not gonna say anything after this, so there will be an awkward silence. Again, taking my fluffy blending brush to do the final blending, and I have fast forwarded the process for your convenience. Now let's move on to the next step. I will tightline with this brown eye pencil. Don't consider buying it if you have watery eyes. This isn't your best bet. I'm making some use out of it because I've spent my money on it. Let's do the lower lash line to bind the look together. For that, I'm gonna mix the first two shades in the palette and apply it with the tight smudger brush. And there's nothing much to say about it. Just follow what I'm doing. Yeah. Now I will put on some mascara on my lashes, and also I have curled my lashes off camera with an eyelash curler. Always clean your mascara wand to get rid of the excess, otherwise it will make your lashes clumpy, which is not a good sight. And just follow how I'm doing it. So one thing I want to address is that in the next clip the video quality has improved. Actually, I did my right eye off camera, and before turning my recording on again, I cleaned my lenses, adjusted my camera setting, also the lighting. Earlier it was looking dull. I am still trying to figure out the best setting, so please don't get puzzled that she has added some filter or something to the footage. No, I haven't. Please bear with me. Now I will catch you in a minute. Yo, I am back sooner than you think. Now I'm just gonna apply some blush and lipstick, and you will see how it turned out. And if you made it to this part of the video, thank you for being patient, for stopping by and giving my efforts your time and patience, and also for smashing the algorithm. I'm using the same palette to put on some blush, and please don't get overboard, otherwise you will look like a clown unless you're going for that look and you love blush too much. Slowly build your color up to your wish. And here I am, posing for you, a must do for a beauty content creator. 50 रुपये काटो इसकी सिंगिंग का. And when I feel happy, I always end my video with a goodbye kiss. So yeah, please like don't ban me for this. Now it's over. Thank you for watching the video, and if you like it, subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon, and do watch my other videos. Follow me on Instagram, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.